Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of No More Yes Girls, where we, your hosts, Vivian and Pinay, talk about our healing journey.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, hello, hello.
Oh, what a few couple of weeks.
Honestly, it's been hectic. End of year is always hectic.
Yeah, it's so much change,
Hmm.
so much change, so much growth. Um,
And
but
I feel like, and reflection too.
reflection, yeah, and gratitude, so
Yes,
much gratitude.
yes,
But
yes.
so, where are we at this week, sister?
So, this week we want to talk about. And it's funny because it's we've been getting a lot of comments about this too, or messages. Um, People not serving you. Why do the people leave, or people that you never thought would leave out of your circle or your life, like just up and walk away from you? So I feel like we can talk about and go a little bit deep on this because I've let people walk away. I had to walk away from some of these people in order to grow, and in order to come at peace, and in order to learn about myself, because I
Yeah,
would lose myself with the energy of these people who just didn't serve me. The reason why they didn't serve me is because they were taking advantage. I was people pleasing, like I just did whatever they said. I wanted to make sure, again, it goes back to the fixing part. I wanted to make sure that they were doing okay. I wanted to fix their whole situation. I wanted to fix their life because I could see all of the potential and everything that they can do for themselves. But in reality, they weren't seeing it for themselves. And it was
yeah,
hurting me. And it was hurting me because they were not even near to what I was seeing. And it sucks that I had to walk away. It sucks that I had to let them go because I just didn't want to see them suffer
hmm,
or go through life when they could have avoided all of that if they saw that potential that they had in them. But again, it's not my life and it's not my situation to fix now that I've been going through this journey and through the healing portion of it. And I just had to let it go. And I
yeah,
had to let them be. And they're no longer in my life because they don't serve me anymore. On the
yeah,
contrary, they were draining me a lot.
yeah. So those are actually like the people who um where you realize yourself that you were going or helping them or going out of your way to help them. But I want to talk about like the people that when you start your healing journey and out of nowhere, as soon as you know you start putting boundaries or setting boundaries and people don't like it and they start like backing away and you start thinking, wait a minute, I mean, you've been in my life and you know what I'm going through and you know why I'm doing this, and they're not there for you when you thought they were going to be there,
Yeah.
and I think those are the people that you start seeing with their actions that in reality they were just there because they were feeding off of you. Even though it's hard for you to realize it and it hurts and you start feeling lonely, but in reality it starts, when you start healing and you start setting boundaries, the people who you thought were going to be there, you'll start seeing that they slowly start backing away.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to be there for you
Mm-hmm.
because that's when you realize, wait a minute, like what happened, you
Yeah.
know?
That was when I started my healing journey. When I started my healing journey, I 100% thought that these friends or ex partners were going to be there for me because I loved them unconditionally and I would do everything for them and I would make sure they were okay if they needed anything. They knew that they could just hit me up or call me or talk to me and talk about it. But the moment that I stopped messaging, the moment I stopped calling, the moment I stopped texting everybody because I needed to sit in stillness and I needed to be isolated and be by myself so I can see what it is that I wanted to be in life and trying to come back to myself. The people that I expected to be there were not there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the people that I least expected to come into my life are now my closest friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Y muchas de las veces it's not just family. I mean, it's not just family. It's not just
Just
friends.
friends. It
It's
can be
family.
family. Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the hurtful part.
Yeah.
Cuando empiezas tú a sanar y piensas, bueno, I mean, mi familia, they've always been there because what is it that all us Latinos say? Oh, family first.
Yeah.
Family first. Primero está la familia. Pero en el momento que tú pones un límite, se les olvidó. And not only that, but they're going to switch it over. They're going to victimize themselves. They're going to say that you're
Mm-hmm.
arrogant, that you don't care, that you don't put family first, that they'll switch it around. And that's when you start realizing that is not what I need in my life,
Mm-hmm.
and that family really
Yeah.
doesn't come first. Because in my opinion, when family wants to call you family, they're going to be there for you regardless, knowing you're going through a transition and respecting your boundaries and respecting what you're going through and just I don't know, or call you, hey, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you okay? Do you need help? you
Mm-hmm.
know and just understanding that you're going through something. So, and I think
Yeah.
that's the hardest part about healing, your healing journey, where so many feel lonely. But in reality, it's not that you're lonely, it's that you start realizing that that's what you needed, because
Yeah.
you were actually giving yourself to everybody. Then you realize who in reality was there and who was putting in the work.
Yep. Yeah. And it's when you start your healing journey, you will be by yourself. You
Hmm.
will have a lot of alone time, and it's necessary. It is so critical for you to be by yourself to actually see where you're at in life and to see who are the true people that need to be in your intimate circle.
Hmm.
Because you don't want to give your energy to the wrong people anymore. You've already done
Yeah.
that. And how did that make you
Yep.
feel?
Yep.
I know it drained
It
me. It
drains.
drained me. It drained me. It made me fatigue. It made me, my anxiety would go through the roof. I was so overwhelmed, stressed out because how am I going to do it? How am I going to help them? Like, how is it that I can make their life better? When in reality, just by existing, you can make other people's life better.
And you know what? And también it comes into play that saying, tell me who you hang out with and I'll tell you who you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you become exhausted, you start doing the same thing that everybody else is doing. So when you start healing and you start feeling that loneliness, it's because you are no longer around that same people. So now you have to figure out who you are yourself, because you had lost yourself between everybody else without
Yeah.
even knowing. So it's going to help you grow. It's not something bad. We all need to, be by ourselves and figure out who we are without the influence of anybody else. No peer pressure, nothing. It's just you.
Yeah.
And then from there, that's where you start, um, finding the other people who are on the same page as you are.
Mm-hmm. You start attracting those people. And it's so
Mm-hmm.
funny because they come randomly. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool how they come into your life because you're like, wow, I think the same way. Or wow, I totally agree.
Yeah. And it's the same thing whether you're
And they
healed
do
or
not
not healed.
judge.
Yeah. Yeah.
They do not judge. They do not criticize. They do not look at your life and be like, oh my gosh. Like, no, on the contrary, you can feel the love. You can
Hmm.
feel the gratefulness. You can feel how much they mean to you, or and vice versa. Um, just just by being surrounded by these people. Like it's literally a circle of no criticism, no competition, no working or trying to making sure that you say doesn't trigger or doesn't disrespect them. No, you can say anything and they'll probably just laugh it with you or just continue the conversation or can understand where you're coming from. It's all an understanding. And it's honestly refreshing. It is so
Yeah.
refreshing and freeing, very free because it's there's no need to judge. There really isn't. Everybody is going through something. Doesn't
And you're
matter
not
what it is.
masking who you are.
No, no, mm-mm.
Hmm.
Or wanting to or overthinking, saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to say something, but they're probably going to think bad of me, or they're probably going to think that I don't." Worrying about what others are going to think.
Yeah.
Like you don't
Yeah.
have to. No, you don't have to.
Yeah. And you're gonna attract whether you start healing or you don't heal, you're gonna attract whatever wavelength you're at, that's who you're gonna attract.
Mhm,
So, it doesn't matter whether you do the healing or not. It's just your choice of where
mhm.
you want to be at. Do you want to be surrounded by toxicity or do you want to be
Yeah.
surrounded by positivity? Something that's going to help you grow. Someone, people who are going to, mentor you or lend you a hand or, you know, um, cheer for you. Or do you want to be in the circle where they're going to be judging you? They're going to be hating on you, that
Yeah.
you can't even do anything because they're going to want to bring you down. So you attract that. So when you start healing and you get out of that, all that toxicity is going to throw itself out.
Mhm.
And then when you do the healing, then you start attracting all the positivity because you're no longer in that wavelength anymore. Your vibe is a little bit different, your energy is different. So
Yeah.
it's all up to you of how you want to do it, but don't look at it as in this is I don't want to heal because nobody's going to understand me, I'm so lonely. Yeah, there's thoughts that are normal. They're normal thoughts. But again, it's normal to have that. You feel it, you let it go, and then you continue on. And it's going to hurt. I mean, it's not easy. It's going to hurt. um I think I'm a little bit different than my sister, but when I went through my healing journey, I mean, I separated myself from family long years ago, years
Yeah.
and years ago. Doesn't mean I was healing. It was just that I knew it wasn't good for me.
Yeah.
Then when I started my healing journey, I mean, I was already separated from people anyway, so it's not like I felt lonely, but my actually family members that were around, they started separating from me. And it's like, wait, what do you mean? I mean, you've been here through hell with me, and now all of a sudden, when I want to be better, you're no longer there. You know, so it was a little bit more different, I think, than you, right? Where it's you probably had more family for longer than I did. So for you, it would probably hurt a little bit more being completely by yourself.
Yeah. I went through that separation when I moved over here.
Right. Yeah.
So I moved to Texas 3.5 years ago from San Jose, California. Um, and yeah, in San Jose, I had the majority of my dad's side of the family there. I grew up with we grew up with a lot of our family members and cousins. But at the same time, I think a lot of our family started separating after abuelita passed away.
Right.
So, our abuelita passed away in 2015, and she was the matriarch of the whole family. Like wherever she was, everybody was there. So the moment
Mostly,
that,
because not me.
Oh, well, mostly. Yeah. So, when she passed away, to each their own. And that's when a lot of people started just doing their own thing after.
Hmm.
And I mean, including myself, I would only hang out with like just a couple or a handful of cousins. And actually, the ones who are still with me today, or one of them that are still with me today, moved over here. So we're still close.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I had to, and it wasn't until I moved over here I started seeing seeing who was actually there for me and who wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because now a lot of these text messages and phone calls stopped coming in.
Yeah.
And yeah, it hurt because we all pretty much grew up most of our lives together. And yeah, not getting any messages, not getting any phone calls from the people, again, from the people I expected or thought that were going to
Hmm.
message me.
Yeah.
Nope, nothing. And it's always the people that I at least expected. It can be other family members, other friends. They're the actual ones who visit me, the
Yeah.
people that I least expected.
Hmm. Yeah, and that's what
So,
I mean, as opposed to
yeah,
me. I mean, you
yeah,
barely went through that not that long ago. Me, it
yeah,
I separated from family from both sides a long time ago.
yeah,
So it's not that, I mean, I knew that from the beginning of who really
yeah,
was going to be in my life and who wasn't. And so it doesn't surprise me of who really, from the extended family who's
right.
been there and who hasn't. I mean, there's no
Yeah,
surprise there. It was I guess, my more immediate family where I was like, wasn't expecting that one.
yeah,
But again, um, I love them. So I love everybody. And it's just,
right.
I understand that we're again in separate wavelengths. So
Oh, yeah.
we're healing separately.
Mm-hmm.
And I just know that at the moment where they would need me, I would be there because I know
Right.
what it's like. It doesn't mean you're gonna take advantage of me. It
Yeah.
just means that, just because you weren't there, I'm not gonna be there for you. That's not who I am,
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Oh, for
just,
sure.
yeah,
You
that's
just
what I'm
learn how
saying.
to
It's
place
different for you and
boundaries.
I.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. You just learn how to place boundaries. And again, I also love all our family members and friends. And if they know they can count on me if they ever need, if they're in severe
Hmm.
need of help. But yeah, you're just more aware. You just become
Yeah,
more aware of your
yeah.
surroundings and
And you feel it.
intentions. Hmm.
Yeah, you feel it because you'll walk into
Yeah.
a room and you can totally feel the
Oh
energy
yeah.
that's in that room. Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's just, and that's what's going to help you discern and be like, maybe I shouldn't, or maybe I should, because now you know yourself and you know what you want, and you've done the healing yourself, that now you understand, okay, is this going to serve me or is it not going to serve me? Because you'll feel it.
Hmm.
And it comes from certain people too. So
Yeah. Yeah. You really start listening to your gut. Like that saying, listen to your gut. It's really true.
yeah, yeah. And I've seen a lot of, and this is my personal opinion. I've seen a lot of people who have distanced themselves because they're so hurt and because they don't want to be around the toxicity. They distance themselves from immediate family members, say your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters. They don't want to talk to them at all, where they're like no, and they have no contact at all for years, and again, I mean, they know what they're going through,
Yeah.
but it's like, if you do your healing, if you really are healing, I don't think that would be a part of your healing to completely cut people off. It's just more to understand, hey, they're not where they're supposed to be. And I understand that has nothing to do with me. When you heal and you learn that, cutting people off doesn't help, I think,
Yeah.
because the day that that person is no longer here, you're going to have remorse because you cut them off, and everything that you wanted to say or you wanted to let them know, just I love you, but this is not serving me. But if you don't do that and you cut people off, those remorse are worse when they're no longer here. I feel, from my point of view. Again, maybe that's because I wouldn't do something like that. I completely understand that maybe somebody does not understand me, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to completely shut them out, knowing that
Yeah.
they don't serve me. But if I see them out in the street, I'll say hi. I'm not going to like be no contact at all. And,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I know that
Makes
at
sense.
some point, if
Mhm.
they're no longer here, how am I going to feel, myself, knowing that I saw that person and I didn't even turn around to say hi. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's just like my point of view. And I don't understand why people would do like that no contact at all, just because I know you're toxic to me. So I'm not going to contact you at all. But are you actually doing the healing? Or is it that
Just
guilt or
completely.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, or is it that
Bottling
like,
up emotions.
yeah, bottling them up and not wanting to
Hmm.
face them, so you just rather go no contact?
Or just building that wall.
Yeah, building that wall. And it's just, at some point it has to come down, and you have to get to the root
Yeah.
of the cause, not just say, oh, they're toxic to me, so I don't want to talk to them, and I'm going to no contact with them whatsoever because it doesn't serve me.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
was like
okay,
that for a while.
really?
I- yeah, I was like that for a while. I'm like, I shouldn't be talking to them. Or like, oh, they're just draining my energy. And I can feel it. But at the same time, I mean, again, it wasn't until maybe this last year. Yeah, this last year where I'm like, I need to change my perspective
Yeah,
because I was just completely cutting off and that was it. Like I wasn't doing the healing behind of it. I wasn't doing the work behind of it. It was just like, no, block. I'm gonna cut you off. Like
hmm,
I don't want to talk to you. We're like, you just don't serve me. But it's like at the same time, I'm like, what am I doing? Why? No, like I'm trying to, and I think I said this on my last episode on our last episode. I'm trying to embody unconditional love, and
hmm.
unconditional love is not cutting people.
No, it's not. It's not.
And I thought that was. I thought it was like no, because it was hurting me or it was like it was just but at the same time I had to learn, well, it's not me. That is no, that's not me. It's them. And yeah, it wasn't until this last year where I'm like, okay, if I want to embody more unconditional love, regardless of who they are or what they did or um who they're choosing to be, I have to accept it. I have to
Yeah,
accept it. And I'm not going to receive it because it doesn't pertain to me. I'm going to just let it be on their end because it's their life. And I just know that I have nothing against them. I have nothing. I forgive everything that they've done to me or my family, whatever, whoever it is, and just wish them love and light and just hope they're okay.
yeah,
And I mean, this last year, I've been doing a lot of, okay, I need to start, if I really want to embody unconditional love, I really need to start looking at the root cause of everything and
hmm,
forgiving everybody. And even like the people that hurt you the most, like just letting them
yeah,
go. Like, I love you, but I'm going to let you go.
yeah,
And I forgive you.
yeah, yeah. And for me, it's just that's just, I guess, who I am. And I've always been that way. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think now I'm the way I've always been. I just set my boundaries
Yeah.
because um, I love helping people. That's just always been me. Like I don't care who you are. If you say you need help and I'm able to do it, I'm gonna do it, regardless whether you've talked to me, you don't talk to me, or that's just me. And I have been taken advantage many times
Right.
from
Right.
many people and many
Yeah.
close friends and close family members. But I think now I'll still do it, but I have my boundaries. Now I know
Yeah.
that I come first and, I'm gonna do it. But in that moment where you try to take advantage of me, I'm sorry, that's done.
Yeah.
There's no going back.
Yep.
And again, like you say, I love you, but this is not for me.
Yeah.
And I think that no contact is going a little bit above and beyond, because you also have to think that we're all here in this world for a little bit, you know so it's like, do you really want to be living with that hurt? Because you're still hurting. I mean, regardless whether you go no contact, it's still hurting you.
Yeah.
All you're doing is just shoving it more into your soul.
Yeah.
And the moment the person is no longer here, now it's going to be regret. So in
Yeah.
reality, you're not even healing anything, because it's going to come
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. I see it more like, because I've been thinking about, okay, the moment I'm no longer on this planet or this earth, would I be content or happy with everything that I've done in life? It and would I feel guilty not talking to certain people or not reaching out, or just being at peace with certain people who either hurt me, drained me, or took advantage of me? And if my answer is always like, yeah, um, yeah, because I don't hold any resentment. I don't
Mhm.
hold any guilt. I don't hold any um, hurt for these people anymore, because I forgave them. And even though I probably hurt them in the past with words, um, I still forgave them, and I let go of the situation. And if it ever comes to a point where I'm no longer here, I would be more than okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but I think about death almost every day,
Hmm.
because it's like, okay, if I die tomorrow, would I have lived a fulfilled life, or the life that I've always wanted to live? So that's actually, for me, that's a lot. That's motivation. That's
Yeah.
something that has always motivated me to become better. It's like, wow, like I see people who lived their whole life and has never achieved or done anything for themselves because they wanted to, or they've
Hmm.
always or just always lived in that hurt or resentment, or because they never talked to anybody, or because they completely, or their pride took over completely, and they never got the chance to talk to that certain person, and that certain person dies. It's like, do you want to, like you said, do you want to live in that guilt? And I feel like the more we talk about, or the more we think about death, and the more we think about, okay, is today my last day? Is tomorrow my last day? Because we never know when our last day is going to be.
Hmm.
Is there anything I need to say, or is there anything I need to do in order to make me feel at peace, and would it be okay leaving this earth freely?
Yeah. It's funny because those are conversations I have with my kids all the time.
Yeah,
Um, I've always talked to them. I think because I've seen death so close, a
right.
couple of
Yeah,
times.
same.
So it's something that I'll just, we'll talk. But it's something that I've always told them is, for me, I don't like leaving anything unsaid.
Hmm.
I'm always going to say everything. And I mean, I text you sometimes. I'm sister, I'm so proud of you, just randomly. So just want you to know how proud I am of you and how much I love you. And I do that with my brothers as well. I'll call on my mom, my dad. Um, but with my kids, I always tell them, I say, I don't know, usually what life supposedly I go first before you guys. Um, And I always tell them, I don't want you guys to ever hold back on anything you guys want to tell me.
Yeah.
If I make you feel a certain way, tell me, hey, I didn't like that. hey, you know what, you made me feel this way. I constantly tell them, I go, I don't want to one day leave this earth and you guys feel guilty for not being able to tell me anything, and they're very vocal at times. But you know what? I'm here to fix it, you know, not when I'm not here anymore. Because I'm not going to be able to fix it. I'm not going to be able to, explain to them or let them know or apologize to them for how I made them feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, that's something that I always strive for, is always say what's on my mind and never leave anything unsaid. So whether,
Yeah.
I'm here tomorrow or I'm not here, I think everything else is just, you know, however I'm living my day to day, I just know that is going to help, you know, um, for tomorrow if I'm still here. But
Mhm.
every day I live my day and enjoy my day. And,
Yeah.
I try to see the positive of everything,
Yes.
because we just never know. And again, never leave anything unsaid to anybody. So I always try to show my appreciation, and, people who are around me are just strangers at random times as well,
Yeah.
because you never know what anybody's going through. But
Mhm.
yeah, for me, I just thought that would be, I wanted to bring that up, where I've seen a lot of people who, have like that whole no contact. And then I think to myself, okay, but if something were to happen, how would you feel? And I get it. I mean, sometimes even the person who is, you know, let's say that they're sick and they know that they're not going to be here for very long. And you go and you talk to them after, no contact, because you want to feel good about yourself, and that person's still not ready, you know, why be mad? Just
Yeah.
let it go, just feel sorry for the person.
Yeah.
It's like you're leaving and you're still holding a grudge, and I'm trying to be there for you and you don't want to. I'm sorry, but I forgive you and I let you go,
Yeah. And
you
that's
know?
actually the most freeing and peaceful thing you can do for yourself
Hmm.
at the end of the day. And if the other person is not ready, don't force it because
Yeah.
it's not going to happen.
Yeah. And don't feel guilty about it
And don't
either.
feel, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like you said, it's just, I just feel sorry for them because you know that you're trying to make things right for yourself. But if the other person is not there, there's no way you can change it. No way. Doesn't matter if you
Yeah.
give them the world on a silver platter. It's or you can solve all their problems. They won't.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, don't wait until that happens.
Right.
Just try to do it
Yeah.
before, and let them know, hey, I know you're not ready for it. But for me, there's no grudge, and it is what it is, and let you go and continue on your life. Just don't hold it in, because that's
Yeah.
not gonna serve you at all.
Yeah. Because it starts building up within inside you and you don't want to bottle up any emotions. Like
Yeah.
for me personally, I've been done bottling up emotions.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been trying to just talk about everything. And I mean, I know with you, like I just called you, when was it, last week? And I just like let it out completely with you
Yeah.
because I'm like, I am feeling this type of way. I am so anxious right now. Like it's just all my emotions were just running through
Yeah.
me. And I just needed to say it because it was bringing me down and
Hmm.
it was weighing me down a lot. And it was so heavy. And I knew I just needed to let it out. And it's funny because you just listened and I answered all my questions or and
Yeah.
all the problems that I thought was a problem. I was actually finding my solutions to those problems that I thought I was having.
Yeah. Yeah. And it all worked out.
And it all worked
It
out.
all
Yeah.
worked out at the end of the day. Yeah. But sometimes, I mean, it's okay. I mean, we feel that way
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
We gotta find an outlet,
Yeah.
and that time for you, I was that outlet, even though you answered yourself,
Yeah.
your own questions. You found a solution for everything.
Yeah. And most of the time it's talking out loud about it.
Yeah.
It's always talking out loud about it. I mean, I've done it with you too. Or you've done it with me, Diego,
Yeah. I've
where
done it on this
you
podcast.
This is true.
Yeah.
You find your own solutions once you start talking about it, and it's so funny how it just comes to you. And again, because you're letting it out, your answers do come. You
Yeah,
just
because you're
never
releasing it.
you're releasing it, and you don't pay attention to what the outcome can be.
Hmm. Yeah. You're not overthinking it.
Yeah,
You're just
yeah,
letting it out, and then your mind starts clearing,
yeah.
and then you can
And your
find the
body.
solution to it.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Your mind, your heart, everything. Like you can just feel it. Like after I was done having that conversation with you when I was having my anxiety increase. Um, yeah, I remember I hung up with you and it's like, okay, I can breathe again.
Yeah.
And it's like a
Yeah.
whole just weight just lifts off your shoulders and your chest and your gut everywhere. You just feel it completely release. And again, I'm going to emphasize we need to talk more about our emotions. The more we release and the more, I mean, I'm sorry, the more we talk about, the more we release everything. And it's so good for our health.
Hmm.
So, so good for our health. Like you start feeling lighter, you start feeling more energetic, you start feeling more creative. Like you start, so many ideas start coming in your way. You just, you find solutions to a lot of the things you were overthinking about, and you just feel much more happier, I
Yeah.
feel. But yeah, speaking of, we were just talking about, I mean, because a couple people have been asking about that community.
Yeah.
So we were thinking, we actually do have a Facebook page. It's
Hmm.
called No More Yes Girls. And in that Facebook page, we'll go ahead and, or you guys can go ahead and um, follow that page, and we'll completely turn it, we're going to be turning it privately. So in that Facebook page community, we'll be doing Zoom calls or like something as a group. We'll give you more details later on, but we'll be doing more as like some type of a group event, I guess you can say, or get together. And it would be a no judgment. Like my goal, and I'm sure Vivian, you probably will agree, our goal would be more of a no judgment zone. Just
Hmm.
talk about everything. Again, if there is going to be judgment, we're going to completely just, I'm sorry, but we're going to block you off because
Yeah.
this one is not fair. It's just not fair. This is a place of healing. It's not here to criticize. It's not here to be prejudiced or have negativity come. No. We're going to be very protective of this because we want the best for everybody and we want to see everybody thrive. Doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what your background
Yeah.
is, what your race is, it does not matter. It's like we're here to thrive.
And to help each other out.
Right.
Yeah.
And talk about our emotions and letting
Yeah.
go of everything that's been heavy these last couple of years plus. And we want to start building that community ASAP. So later on, I'll be putting it down in our description box. Heck, I'll probably even put it for this episode too. So in the description box, we'll be placing everything in all our links, and I'll be adding that Facebook page to it as well. So more on that coming soon.
Yeah. Something we're working on. So that would be very interesting, and I'm excited for it because I'm so excited to, be able to connect with all you guys and,
Yes.
listen to your guys' stories and,
Yeah.
and see if what we can help,
Yeah.
you know.
And ultimately, we also wanted to wait a little bit before we got to that point because we wanted you guys to listen to what we have to say. We wanted you guys to get to know us and where we come from. And if it's for you, great. We're all for it. And if it's not
Mhm.
for you, that is okay. At least you took the chance to listen to us. and made that decision based on what you've heard.
Yeah. So a lot of things coming up. Very
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah. And I just, again, I am so, so grateful for the amount of people listening
Yeah.
and messaging us and just every on all our social medias. Like our social medias are growing as well, slowly but surely.
Yeah.
And it's just very, I'm just very grateful. I'm just so, so grateful, so happy. Like you guys don't know how long I've been waiting for this moment.
Let's just put it this way. We usually always have something to say. We are speechless
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the amount
honestly,
of people who,
honestly.
have supported us, who have commented, who have sent us messages. We are overwhelmed. So I think that's a big reason why we're speechless. Usually we're not. So we can't put into words,
Yeah.
how grateful we are, how blessed we feel, and how much we appreciate every single one of you guys.
Yeah, so doing this is like it's like literally a piece of us just coming into your guys' life. It's so crazy. It is so crazy because I never thought we would actually reach this point so fast. I honestly expected anywhere from like maybe 6 months to a year. But to the point where we're having hundreds of downloads, it's just for our podcast and then having hundreds of followers on our YouTube because we also post our episodes on there too. It's it's amazing. Like God is really really showing up for us
Yeah,
in a way that I knew, in a way that we all needed or we both needed.
yeah.
And
So,
ultimately, it's just these are all our experiences, and I'm so glad that there's so many of you who can resonate with it. And we're literally just going all out with it and putting ourselves on blast and putting probably some of our family members on blast too. But you know what? Like they said, it's helping people, and that's all that really matters. So we're here to help in any way, and we're here to be ultimately your cheerleaders in life because life can be hard. It can
yeah,
be very hard, and and we don't want you to be lonely or by yourself going through this healing process. When in reality, I wish I had a support system like this when I was going through my healing journey. This is another
hmm,
reason why we're doing this as well. Um, I would want at least a bigger group of people coming in and saying, "Hey, like you guys get me," or like we can get each other at a whole different level.
yeah,
And it's something that I've always dreamt of doing because it's time for us to change for the better. And I know I said it this last time, but it's time for us to break cycles. It's time for us to be free. It's time for us to live happier, to live more at peace, to live with much more love and having that human interaction. Like it's time to elevate. And
hmm.
and what better way than to have a support system?
Just keep waiting for everything that's to come because it's we're barely getting started and God is blessing us. So,
Oh, yeah. All right. So with
but
that being said, um, again, I'm gonna link everything in the description box. And I'm so looking forward. We both are so looking forward to meeting you guys on our Facebook page. And in our Facebook page, we will write events on where we would be doing like a group meeting. That way we can get to know each and every one of you who want to join. And it's completely free. No, we're not charging for this whatsoever. Just all you have to do is just add us on on the No More Yes Girls Facebook page, and that's pretty much it. I believe there's some questions that you're gonna have to answer, but you'll be in regardless. It's gonna be private, so it's going to be all confidential. Like we're going to emphasize that this is just strictly non-judgmental place and no negative energy, just healing energy. That's all.
Hmm.
That's all we want.
Yep.
That's all. That's the only requirement we're asking for.
Yes.
So other than that, I'll have everything linked down in our description box of where you can contact us, our email address, all our socials. If you're not following or subscribed, please do. That way you don't miss out on any new updates or any new events that we might be having later on or meetings. So, with that being said, as always, we're sending you so much love and light your way and have a blessed day.
Bye.
Bye.